Shalom, shalom to everybody. Thank you for joining. Today I'm going to take you on a little tour of an organic coffee shop in Israel, a place where they grow their own fruits and vegetables, and it's both a coffee shop and it's also a restaurant, and there's amazing things happening here in Israel, and this kind of sums it up. What we know is that there has been an ingathering of the nations, right? As we read about in the Bible, the gathering of the Jewish people from all four corners of the earth. And so you have Jews from America and from Australia, you have Jews from Yemen, from Iran, from Iraq, from Egypt, from all over the world, all gathering here in tiny Israel. Israel, I say, is tiny because it's the size of New York State. Israel is a tiny country that has absorbed millions of Jewish people from across the Middle East and across the world. As we study the words of the Bible from thousands of years ago, that the Jewish people will come home from all four corners of the earth. And that's exactly what we're seeing. For thousands of years, 2,000 years of exile, since the Second Temple was destroyed, Jewish people have been dispersed across the world. And when they would read the words of the prophet that says, one day the Jewish people are going to come home, it was an act of faith because the Jewish people thousands of years. And so it was really an act of faith to read the words of the prophet that the Jewish people will be reunited with their biblical homeland and to actually return. And we see that that has happened. We are living in awesome times, awesome times, where we are seeing the words of the prophet come alive. So I'm here with you, reporting from Israel, and I'm going to take you on a little tour. This is an organic coffee shop. I realized from the last video that you don't hear me very well when I turn around the video, but I want you to see where we're reporting from. So here you'll see that even in this tiny little area, we're growing our own food. Here, I'll show you. Here are vegetables that are growing right outside of the coffee shop. You could hear the music in the background. You see kale and basil, all different vegetables, all different things that are happening here. That these are herbs that they actually use. We're going to go in and we're going to see people sitting and enjoying life and reading and doing work. That says Bruchim Habaim, Bruchot Habaot. Welcome to our restaurant. So here we're going into the organic coffee shop. Turn this around. This is one of the chefs, and everything here is done with happiness. You could see that the food is all healthy, the food is all organic. Here we have calzones made with spelt flowers and vegetables. You see all the vegetables in the background, all the fruits that were all grown in Israel. It's amazing to see how everything here is grown in Israel. Everything that we use is from Israel. And I'm going to take you around because what's amazing here is to see that the desert has really bloomed. When the Jewish people first came to Israel, nobody thought that we would be able to grow anything here. It was a barren land. And now you see Jews across the country growing all the fruits and vegetables. In fact, not only do we self-sustain the people of Israel with what we grow, but we also export even. We sell our fruits and vegetables away to different countries. I'm seeing now that it says that my connection is weak. So if you could hear me well, please write if you could hear me or not. Hello from New Zealand. Could everybody hear me? Could you write if you hear me well or not? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello from Arkansas. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn it around and you'll see in the video how we have, this is called the land of milk and honey. And you'll see here that there's all different kinds of honeys, all different kinds of goods that are grown in Israel. Thank you, Dolores, for telling me that you could hear me. I'm going to continue now. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. You're going to see all different kinds of honey. All of this is honey that's from Israel. We produce everything that we eat here. And you'll see all different spices. You see this whole row of spices that are all from Israel. These are all grown in Israel. You'll see nuts and coconut. Everything you see is from Israel. And in fact, we even have all different people across the country who make their own desserts and come and sell it. So thank you everyone for telling me that you could hear me. Hello to Paulo from Dallas, Texas. Hello from Columbus, Ohio to Steve. Here we have what's amazing thing of all different cheeses that I'm going to show you. All different cheeses that are made in Israel. people, wherever you go, have their own goats, have their own cows, and there's a lot of homemade items here. I know throughout America, when I was just there, I saw that there's a whole emphasis on eating healthy, on eating local, and what's amazing is that everything in Israel is local, because we only eat what we grow and what we produce in Israel. There's very, very little imports, but actually more exports. So here I'm going to show you all of the cheeses behind me. You see that there's all different cheeses, there's flours, all different kinds of flours that you see that are made here with the wheat of Israel. As you know, we learn in the Bible that there are 7 holy fruits of Israel. And all of those 7 fruits of Israel we have here. They actually grow. That in the Bible, it spoke about the 7 fruits of Israel thousands of years ago, and what we see is that those fruits are still growing here now, well, in Israel, 2,000 years later. So you see, you have spelt, you have all different whole wheat flour, white flour, all different flours, and then you could also see the cheeses. Here are all different cheeses that are all produced in Israel. Could you see that? All different kinds, and they're all from local kibbutzim. Many of you have heard about kibbutzim. And a kibbutz is a community, a commune, where people live together for a higher goal, a higher purpose. What they do in kibbutzim is that they get together and they have shared agricultural land. And on a kibbutz, everybody takes turns working the land, and they sell their produce to local stores and throughout Israel, but they're working towards a higher purpose of developing and establishing Israel. That is the goal of everyone here in Israel, and everyone's doing it in different ways. Some people are doing it by being teachers and educating the youth, and others are doing it by being social workers and helping the needy, while others are doing it by growing the food for the people of Israel to eat. And when the Jews first established Israel in 1948, the modern state of Israel, people thought they were going to go hungry, that they were going to starve because they wouldn't be able to grow anything. It was all swamplands, it was malaria, it wasn't very land that people associated with growing. And so now what we see is really miraculous. The fact that we could go into a store and buy local produce from Israel, of cheeses, of fruits and vegetables, is simply miraculous. And what you see here in Israel, many of you know some Middle Eastern food of hummus or tahina or falafel. But what you see here is really the gap of all the different cultures meeting together in Israel. And so wherever you go, you could find food from across the world because there are immigrants from across the world in Israel. Israel in 1948 had we have over 5.5 million Jews and over 7 million citizens. This is a miracle. And so what we have are Jews from Iran that come to Israel and make Iranian food, and Jews from Yemen who make Yemen food, and all different Jews from across the world who come. And this is a culinary melting pot, if you'd say, of the world where everyone has congregated. So we're going to come and we're going to speak to the owner of this coffee shop, Asaf. And he's going to tell us a little bit about his vision and why he opened this organic coffee shop and what it means to him.
So first, I have to tell you that I'm having this mandarin, which is beautiful. Beautiful even though it's not in season. Today we got it from the field next door. Beautiful taste. And in Teva Karkur we believe firstly in God, of course. We believe in happiness. We believe that by eating healthy food and by spreading it out to all the people in Israel and out of Israel, we can bring more beauty, peace, and happiness, and holiness to this world. And
why did you want to start? We're talking now to the owner of the coffee shop, Asaf, and he's telling us a little bit about what it's like to run a coffee shop, run a grocery store in Israel where they grow their own food in the holy soil of Israel. Let me know if you could hear us. So just write in if you could hear us clearly or not. And Asaf, why did you decide to open up a coffee shop, grocery store in Israel?
because we just felt that that's the time has come, that people want it. We ourselves, we search for it, for a place that people can come and get to know for all the products from Israel and from imports, and to make the healthy food more how do you say, more karov, more closer to the people, yeah? And we didn't know what we're going to in the beginning, but we saw such a beautiful impact of all the area. People just want it, and and a nice connection with agriculture, and now we're happy.
And what do you hope to create here? What do you hope people leave the store with?
We hope that anyone that's coming in and out will be filled with the feeling that's healthy and happiness together. It's a good combination, and it's not has to be also too expensive. We try to do as much as we can that everyone can share. And we get all the different kind from Israel. We get people from the village here, Arab people and Jews and religious and not religious, everyone comes. And that's the amazing thing, how it's bond all of us together around this place.
Amazing. And I see that you're wearing a kippah on your head. What does that represent to you?
That represents to me that there is someone above me. That's every day that I'm waking up, I say, thank you that I'm here to our Hashem, our God, that loves us any day, every day, and just want to reveal himself by us doing good things every day, and every day to feel new. We're getting close to the new year in few days, in 3 weeks. And that feeling of getting new every day, that's for me, to remind me that's every morning.
Amazing. And could you give us one thought to end our, or people are usually starting their days right now abroad. We're already ending it in Israel, but could you give us maybe a thought or a teaching to start or end our day with?
Start the day with saying thank you, and ending the day by remember the morning that we said thank you. And then we can sleep well, wake up well, and be happy all day. Thank you very much.
All right, Asaf, thank you so much for joining us from here in Israel at this grocery store. We have the Star of David Israeli flag all over, all different products from Israel. And I hope that you've enjoyed this, and let me know right in the next place that you want me to report from. Let me know what you liked, if you heard it well, if there was a good connection, and I hope to see you soon from somewhere else in the Holy Land. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Wow.